Hello and welcome to Think Watercolour. Today's demonstration is this farm track in Cumbria. It's a quick sketch to demonstrate working from the lightest lights to the darkest darks. The centre of attention is obviously the tractor with the hills on either side creating leading lines down to the focal point. This is a sheet of Saunders Waterford 300 gram rough white paper. Starting with the sky, I've mixed up some violet and some cerulean blue, and I'm using them in very thin washes, and then lifting out with a clean paper towel to suggest a hint of some clouds. I'm going to be using very few colours in this sketch, and for the first washes on the hillsides I'm using watery mixes of cadmium yellow, sap green and jadeite green in various strengths. And I've just added some raw sienna in a very weak mix for the track and for the first wash on the pathway to the right of the painting. I've let the first washes of the sky and the foreground hills dry. For the distant hills I'm just using some violet, some burnt sienna and sap green, letting it all blend wet in wet on the paper. Then just lifting out a little bit with some clean paper towel. I'm just darkening some of the nearer hills with some more of that sap green, jadeite green mix, just to bring them forward a little bit. And for the bodywork on the tractor, this is just some neat cadmium yellow, plus a little bit on the signpost for the footpath on the right. For the trees that are nearest to us, I'm just dropping in very loosely some sap green and jadeite green, fairly weak mixes to start with. And on the left I'm starting with cadmium yellow and then dropping in very light mix of jadeite and sap green again, and then just adding some more jadeite to drop in some darker areas, slowly building up the tree that's closest to us to bring it forward in the painting. Once this is dry I'll darken it. I'm using the same mix for the shadows. It's mixture of jadeite green and with a bit of cobalt blue added as well, just loosely indicating the shadows created by the tree and the tractor, always following the landscape. And now I'm just adding the darks for the trees on the right. I'll probably add some more darks later, but I want just building it up slowly really. Whenever you paint using more than a couple of washes, always make sure your darkest wash is more pigment laden, i.e. less water. And if you can, save your darkest washes until the very end and you'll see your painting pop. Just adding a few details in the background hills there. And for the darkest parts of the tractor, I'm just working on it as if it's in silhouette with some pretty neat neutral tint, just for the tyres and the shadow underneath the tractor. Just using a little bit of the blue there for the cabin on the tractor. Again, it's very loose, it's just an indication of a tractor, it doesn't have to be totally detailed. Just dropping in some of the branches. For the post for the footpath, I'm just using burnt sienna and a touch of ultramarine blue. Now I'm really putting the darks into this foreground tree, and you can see it brings it forward quite nicely. Same with the right trees on the right, just strengthening those darks. Just adding a bit of shadow on the stonework on the footpath. Always make sure that you're consistent with your shadows wherever the light's coming from in your painting. Just got some white gouache to put a few highlights in on the tractor and the side of the signpost for the footpath. And I think I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. As I said before, when you're building up layers and washes, always try and make sure that the later washes are more pigment laden and save your darkest darks to the end. If you enjoyed the video and found it useful, do give it a like. It really helps with YouTube, and do subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and hit the notification bell for future videos. I do try to post once a week. And thanks again for watching.